Hi, it's Diane, and welcome to the Thursday afternoon tune-up. I am Diane Spadola, and this is episode number 41. This video series is brought to you by Accelerate Your Success, the business booster program for entertainers and other creative professionals. Jump on over to Facebook when I'm done and join my free Facebook group by the same name, Accelerate Your Success. Think of this video as your information and inspirational tune-up or pit stop before the race, which is your busy weekend. And today what I wanted to do is talk to you a little bit about pricing and speed painting and what you can do to avoid that awkward moment when you realize that there's way more kids at that event than you had anticipated. Has to do with the flow of the party. And I like to reduce my anxiety in advance of the party so that I don't have those awkward moments that make me sweat and make me nervous. Yes, even I get nervous. 17 years, can you believe it? We all have those parties where you agree on a party size and the number of kids and the duration that you're going to be at that person's house or a venue. But many hosts can't accurately predict the exact number. So that makes it difficult for you to accurately predict how long you need to be there. Some people haven't even asked for RSVPs, so they don't have a clue. First and foremost, you need to charge by the package as opposed to by the hour. That way you can adjust what you're providing in that time frame by how many children are there when you arrive. This helps to actually eliminate scope creep where you're extending your time dramatically because it turns out that there's 5 more kids or 10 more kids. I suggest discussing with the host either a simple party package or a deluxe party package based on how long you're going to spend on each child. That's the first tip, okay? Party packages instead of hours. And that way, if it turns out that they have 20 kids, but they only want to pay you for an hour, you know to discuss with them your more simplified face designs, one eyes, smaller, less details, maybe rainbow cakes and stencils, whatever it happens to be. Second, you need to know pretty accurately what your speed is, both for a comfortable pace of what you prefer to work, and also what I would consider to be the quick, fast pace. And charge accordingly. You know, a comfortable pace where you can do nicer work is probably worth more to that host. So that should be your deluxe, if you want, whereas the quick, fast festival faces are going to be, well, it depends. You might actually charge more for them because they're more nerve-wracking, okay? My best gigs are where I get to take my time. I get to spend 5 or 6 minutes with every child. I get to talk to them, put the bling on, lipstick, glitter, the whole thing. And I can do multiple colors, multiple stencils, multiple line work, and make them look really fabulous. Those are my best gigs, and that's what I would prefer to work. So that's more of a deluxe model. Third, confirm the week before so that if there is a mismatch between what you plan to offer and what that client is expecting, you can get it out on the phone prior to the party. That's an opportunity for you to revise the contract, collect more money, change the timing. Today, Thursdays, is a really good day to make those phone calls, just so that your expectations of your weekend are going exactly the same as what will actually happen. And fourth, and this is the most important one, and I fell down on this last week, is you want to confirm when you arrive at that venue. So when you first see that host, when you first walk in to set up your table or your chair or find out where you're going to be situated, you definitely want to ask that host, how many guests do you have coming to the party? I know we talked about it on the phone, but now it's a few days later. What do you think is going to be here today? That allows you, again, to manage the expectations. You may need to paint faster. You may need to trim down some of the detail. Or you may need to tell her, I'm sorry, I can't possibly do that in the time that we have estimated. I can either stay an additional hour or we can figure something else out. Okay, and there's all kinds of suggestions about things that you can figure out when you have way too many kids to do in the time frame. That's a subject for another video. I did not ask that question when I showed up at a party last week. It was a massive event with over 100 guests, but she had estimated that there would be about 20 to 25 kids. So we booked a deluxe party for 2 hours. Sadly, there were about 35 kids there. And when I got to the 2-hour mark, I wasn't close to finishing. So I needed to interrupt my painting, and I needed to go find the host, and I needed to find out if she wanted to keep me an additional hour. I normally don't make that mistake, but when I walked into this party, the decorations were so amazing that I couldn't think about anything else. And I totally forgot all the stuff that I was going to talk to the host about because I was so enamored with her fabulous farm decorations. All the kids showed up in overalls. It was like the cutest possible thing you'd ever seen. Good communication is the answer to scope creep. It's also the answer to reducing your stress and anxiety. And Thursday is a really good day to make all those confirmation phone calls. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.